St. Louis Blues are the reigning Stanley Cup champions and the best team in the Western Conference for a reason, and the Rangers saw that reason tonight. Hi, everyone, from our Delta MSG studios, John Giannone, Anson Carter, and Steve Valiquette. After a 5-2 Ranger loss in St. Louis, they don't make many mistakes, and when you do, boy, do they jump on them.
They won the Stanley Cup last year for a reason. I think the Rangers wanted to see what kind of a game they were able to play against a team that really is the measuring stick of the league. Washington lost tonight. Boston won. Washington lost, Boston won, St. Louis now is number 2. They're going to be number 2 after tonight. This is the second best team in the NHL that just won the Cup, and they haven't lost in over a month at home. So, look, the New York Rangers know exactly what they are right now. After having a number of games over the last few weeks where the Canadian West Coast trip went pretty well. I mean, they didn't play great in Edmonton, and Calgary was so-so, but the game in Vancouver wasn't bad. They came back and played well against Colorado and New Jersey, and I think right now, they just have to take a step back, but it's going to be a quiet flight home.
Yeah.
We've been so spoiled watching Artemi Panarin, Mika Zibanejad play and be effective offensively every single night. And this is a little subtle reminder that if they're not going and they don't have offensive chances, the Rangers have a hard time scoring goals to win hockey games.
Yeah, it's a different team. When you look at what happened tonight, hockey's a 60-minute game, sometimes 65, sometimes it even goes beyond that to a skills competition. It's not often that you see a game where the turning point happens in the first 10 minutes, but I really kind of feel like that happened tonight.
Yeah, it makes you wonder about the power play stat, too, itself. We rank everybody on power play percentage, but when you score matters more than anything else. And this has been sort of a theme this year for the Rangers, where when they've had 5-on-3s or 4-minute power plays, haven't really capitalized, and it burns them. The Trouba shot there misses the net. For me, this is a 5-on-5 shot from Strome. It's from outside, no traffic. Trouba missed another one, and then Buchnevich has this shot, which is, again, a 5-on-5 shot. Clear sight from outside the top of the circles. And to make matters worse, Bertuzzo comes out of the penalty box, and he's on a breakaway, and Henrik doesn't get a save there. And, you know, guys, you need a save there badly, right? But at the same time, Henrik is really pressing to play well, coming off of Shesterkin's 2 previous wins. Henrik is still a good breakaway goalie. He's faced 25 breakaways this year. He's given up 5 goals. 26 after tonight was 6 against. But I'm thinking when I see Henrik go up for that save, that he's anticipating where the shot is going. He's trying so hard to make a save that he ends up leaving the ice and 5 holes open. Whether or not Bertuzzo fanned on that shot, which I think he did, if Henrik is playing him straight up, focus on the puck, he makes a save there. But I think he's trying so hard to make a save that he gives one up. And then that was really the case for most of the night, where Henrik was playing outside of his post and chasing the play and really trying to squeeze his stick tight to get an extra save. You can't fault him for the battle level, but the outcome's not there, and that's just not the way Hank can play. He's got to get back and play his game.
But every team coming in against the Rangers know they've got a lot of skill. They understand they want to try to shut them down. And your penalty kill, when you get a big kill like that when you're down 1-0, that was able to breathe a lot of life into St. Louis's game. And then to get a guy like Bertuzzo scoring a goal, a grinder, someone that never scores or rarely scores.
It stings that much more.
It stings that much more. Yeah. All of a sudden the game is 1-1, and St. Louis as a team just hangs around. They just hang around. And that really gave them a lot of momentum for the rest of the hockey game.
Yeah, that was Bertuzzo's first goal in 51 games.
51
first goal in almost a calendar year. That tied it, and then the Rangers really played uphill the rest of the game. Rangers scored twice on the night. Both goals had a hand from Philip Hedl, who continues to prove why sending him down to the minor leagues was the right move.
And it's the right approach. I mean, he came back with a solid head and his shoulders, and he's put in the work, and he deserves every single opportunity that you get. You never know how young players are going to react to getting sent down, and he's come back, and he looks very mature in his approach to the game, winning key faceoffs, and then the down-low support. That's what I love about his game. That's the last part of a young player's game that develops in the National Hockey League, is the ability to play two-way. And we know he's got explosive speed. He's got that long, rangy stride. He gets a step on you. You're not going to catch him. He's got the offensive instincts, quick shoulder check, and then the skill to pass that one through traffic. Brett Howden, all you can do is keep your stick on the ice. That's an easy goal. That's a gimme. And then down low, realizing that he's a third man in, but he stays between the puck and the net. And that allows him to get that puck, skate down the ice against the St. Louis Blues captain. And maybe Binnington should have stopped that, maybe not. But it's as a result of Hedl playing so well defensively, that generates offense for him.
You know, like, Anson, if we redid the first round of 2018, he would have been the 7th overall pick. You know, he's been that good, comparatively speaking, to everybody else that's performed from that draft in the NHL right now. So the Rangers definitely got a gem there at 21st pick. And right now, if he can just keep going on the pace that he's going right now, wouldn't it be huge if he hit 20 goals this year? That would be great for his confidence. And you saw what Svechnikov did in his rookie year 2 years ago. And now what he's doing, you like to see these young guys be able to take that climb. I know it's Heedle's second year, but 20 goals this year should be his mark that he has in his head.
His numbers are trending that way. 11 goals in 35 games this year after 11 in 75 last year. So when you watch the way Philip Heedle scored that goal, and I agree with Anson, that's probably one Binnington should stop. But there's always a build-up to a goal. What did you see from Philip Heedle in the build-up?
Everything in his own zone, right? Like, if you're going to put these young guys together, how are they going to hang together? And Kakko had a better night as well. He had his moments. But when you see Howden, Heedle, Kakko be able to just understand their positioning in their own zone and respond after one of your teammates makes another big hit, you've got to like their support down low, though, because that support in front of the net with the centerman coming in, now Lindgren gets to jump, and that support in layers allows your team to now get out together. You're in your D zone together so you can come out together and you've got pace. Now, this was the right play. He's pretty much alone on this and he's got to shoot it. And I think it might go off of Petrangelo's stick there, guys. At the same time, it's the right play. Even if that play comes back out to Heedle, we saw JT Miller score a goal like that this afternoon for Vancouver. Shoot, get the rebound, keep your feet moving through the release. He was doing all the right things, regardless if that puck ended up in the back of the net or not.
And we're talking about Heedle's development. Last year he played in the wing. So coming to the National Hockey League, it's easier to learn the game playing on the wing than playing down the middle. Now, he's seen the league.
Yep.
He's been around the circuit a couple times already, and that's allowed him to make that transition now as a centerman because you've got a lot more responsibilities, down low in particular, and then once he has that down, you just go out there and play. I know as a young player when I first came to the league, you're thinking all the time, what am I going to do? My responsibilities, who do I pass to? Who do I not pass to? Who am I playing against?
Yeah.
Now it looks like he's just using his instincts, and his game's coming naturally to him.
And don't you think it's a good point, too, that he's with two young guys? You know, he doesn't have to worry about deferring, right? Like, I remember this with Jágr. Pruka, every time he had the puck, he'd be in a scoring position in the slot, defer to the outside to Jágr. And we were like, Pruk, you could take that shot, man. You know?
No, he really wasn't allowed.
No, that's
Let's be honest.
But it's nice that he doesn't have to defer to Panarin or Zibanejad. For right now, you're right. He can become his own man, and he's got two young guys in Howden and Kakko. And Howden's been better on the wing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and again, we saw some signs from Kakko. You hope he comes along.
And Howden had the other goal tonight for the Rangers, his 6th of the season.